So perfectionism, it's the biggest thing that holds people back. If I'm not going to do it perfectly, I'm not going to do it at all. Guess what happens? They don't do it at all. And even if they do, they spend a long time doing it and they don't make any progress. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to escape perfectionism. First of all, my name is Raymond Taylor. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, then make sure you do for more tips and tricks on how to reclaim your life. So perfectionism, it's the biggest thing that holds people back. People wear it as a badge of honor, don't they? If I'm not going to do it perfectly, I'm not going to do it at all. Guess what happens? They don't do it at all. And even if they do, they spend a long time doing it and they don't make any progress. Because the reality is, the quicker we can move, the quicker we can learn, the quicker we can get things out there, the quicker we can find what does work and get closest to the version of perfect that we actually possibly can, whilst being imperfect through that process. Now that might sound a little bit back to front, a bit crazy, but if you try and be perfect from the offset, you're guessing, because perfect, the word, is an illusion. It's a perspective. It depends who sees it. It might be perfect to you, it might not be perfect to someone else. And if it's something you're getting out there in the world, the only way you're really going to be able to perfect that is by to get a lot of eyeballs on it and get a lot of feedback and a lot of data and a lot of responses. And the problem with people that wait and hold things back until they perceive it as perfect is they put it out and it's their perfect, not everybody else's. So they're actually further away from perfection than they think. But what I meant by putting it out imperfectly and learning and reiterating, refining, tweaking, optimizing, whatever word you want to use, you will actually get closer to perfection by getting it out imperfectly in the first place. Now, I just want to talk about where perfectionism comes from, actually, because like I said, a lot of people wear this as a badge of honor, but it's actually not. It actually comes from a manifestation of kind of low self-worth. People think that they're going to be judged in the same way that they judge themselves. They think, this is rubbish, no one's going to like this. They assume that everybody is going to be critical of their work or what they put out there simply because they criticize themselves. Sometimes it's an inner job to say, do you know what? What I have to offer is valuable, and this is good, and this is a good start, and it doesn't matter what other people think anyway. And you might be surprised that not everybody is going to have something to say about it anyway. Of course, we don't have complete control of the internet, and the internet can be a bit of a wild west sometimes, and you could put something out there that's absolutely unbelievable, stunning work of art, and you'll have someone calling it rubbish. But the truth is, what really matters is what you think about yourself. And if you are not concerned about other people and you feel safe and secure in yourself and your value that you have to offer, you won't be so afraid of things being perfect or not. So how do you actually break perfectionism? Now that's the key word there, break. What you need to do is break the facade that you are perfect. Tell the world you're not. Whatever it is that you're procrastinating on putting out because you want it to be perfect, put something out that is deliberately not perfect. Even if you could do better, don't. Put it out there. I'll give you an example because I've learned this from first-hand experience. I was inside rehab. They asked me to write out a daily journal, and I had really bad handwriting, really bad spelling, and I couldn't bring myself to submit the journal, so I didn't. And I started getting in trouble for it. And then one day, because what I would do is I'd write it out, I'd make a mistake, and I'd be like, and I'd scribble it all out, and I'd take the paper off and scrunch it up and throw it away and not do it in the end. And then she slipped that bit of paper under my door, one of the counsellors, about perfectionism being this manifestation of low self-worth and thinking that other people are going to judge you in the way that you judge yourself, and blah, blah, blah. And I thought, oh my God, yeah, this is kind of true. Why does this even matter? It's just a piece of paper. It's just, this is actually probably going to benefit me. So I thought, do you know what? I'm not even going to try and be perfect. I'm going to make it deliberately bad. So I scribbled out all this rubbish, worst handwriting I've ever seen. Didn't care about spelling. Scrubbed a load of things out, but kept on writing. Submitted it, and I thought, that wasn't too bad at all. And then I got my diary back the next day with some positive comments, just purely focused on what I'd written, not the way that I'd written it. Of course, the counsellors in rehab aren't going to care about my spelling or my handwriting, but sometimes there's some crazy stuff that goes on there. But that broke it, that shattered it forever for me. From that moment on, I was like, it doesn't matter if I'm perfect. Because I had confirmation there that, okay, I was worried about it being perfect, and I did it anyway, and nothing bad happened, and I could do it again. And you'll find that if you repeat that cycle a few times, you'll start being comfortable with being imperfect. And I want to leave this on one last thing, guys. You are perfectly imperfect. We are all imperfect. Nobody can just get every single part of their life perfect. Nobody can put out perfect pieces of content, material, whatever art, whatever it might be. Nobody can put that out all the time. People have flaws, people make mistakes, people have their ups and their downs, people have good bits of art, bad bits of art, great bits of content, bad bits of content. But the fact that we're all imperfect makes us all the same. We're all imperfect. And in that right, it's perfect. We are perfectly imperfect, and you are perfectly imperfect. So don't let perfectionism hold you back. Go and break it down. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more stuff on how to reclaim your life.